Right guys, I thought I'd do hints and tricks on a hs2000 Mchale wrapper. Now I've been using one of these now for a good few years. This wasn't new, I bought it second hand, and obviously I do have problems with it. As I mentioned in the video before, I got a slice that does get a bit sticky sometimes as it's been going for a while. So that is one problem. But there's also a lot of sequencing you've got to get right. So if you look at how it's set up now with that arm open, that's what it's like when you've got it fixed out to the side and you're picking the bales up as you're driving along. And to do that, you basically put it in manual, which is that button there, and it'll say manual up there. Then you put the arm down and then you press button D, and then the button will open it up also as a separate function, and leave it like that then. So next time you do that, then it'll do it all the time. So if you don't do that, it'll leave it closed, and it's like from when you're going behind a baler, it keeps it closed all the time then and puts it onto the table. But when you've got it set like this, it'll open every time and it'll be a beep beep after. I'll show you now. Now if you look at the table, you know, that is fully forward. Now what a mistake a lot of people do is when they start wrapping, let me put it on manual here. It's on auto at the moment, so I'll put it on manual. It's on manual here now. Now what a lot of people do is, that's for the table, they start wrapping with the table in that position, and then when the arm comes up, the bale doesn't go onto the wrapper properly, and then that arm hits it as it comes round. When you start off, you've got to have that in that position. So the sequence will lift it up, put it onto there, and then that will pull it up, the table will come up level, and then it'll start wrapping. If you've got it set so it's like this, it won't work. So that's just one simple thing. So we'll get that forward. Put this on auto again. If you look at the top, it's on auto now. So it's got the wraps there, and I put it on for 6 layers of wrap because it'll last for a little longer. Then you can keep it for a couple of years. But basically, when you've got it set like that, all you have to press is this button here, auto start. Nothing else. So we'll press that now. That closes round it. Look, lifts it up. And because the table's down, see, it chucks a bale on, brings it level, and then off we go. Now, at the top of that thing there is some sensors, and if you've got that slice like I was telling you about, it doesn't land in the right place, it'll stop the whole sequence, and you'll have to turn the computer back off, push it your arm by your hand, or using the thing back to where the sensors are so it can work again. That's lots of the problem with it. See, that's happening now. That's going to catch the wrap, and it'll cut the wrap, and then my job is then to press that button to tip it, and then it's opened that at the same time, and back down, and then you start again. So we pull up to another bale after a couple of things, press this auto start again, grabs hold of it, puts it up on it, and then tips back. If you haven't got that table forward, it won't work properly. Tell you what happens sometimes if you haven't been using it for a while, the actual arm loading it only goes halfway up, and then it doesn't chuck the bale on. Well, what that is something in there, in the ram that does that. So just be careful and make sure that it usually clears after a few times of trying it, and then it'll lift all the way up. There's some kind of a sensor in the ram that does that. So you can see what we're doing, catching the wrap now, then the rams will cut it, and then we'll tip it off again. You can have that set, so as soon as that pulls in and cuts the wrap, it'll tip off on its own. So it's very automated, this thing. I really like it, and like I said in the last video I did, when it's going well, it is an incredible wrapper. You won't wrap anything any quicker. But I have to be honest, last year I had that problem with a slice and it was a pain in the arse. So I really need to change that slice. I've changed the actual piece that goes up and down inside it. I think it's the actual slice itself that needs changing. But what happens then is that this goes round and it doesn't stop at the exact place, and then it says that the dispenser is not in a safe place and everything stops. So you've got to either go out and take the top off and move the solenoid so it goes back in the same place, or you can just give it a little bit of a push so the little magnets are in the right place there and it will work again. But you still have to turn the computer off and on. So I hope you can see it's just a bit of a help for people who are having problems with hs2000. Okay?